So there's a book called Outliers, guys, by Malcolm Gladwell, and he talks about how you need 10,000 hours in something to be an expert. And I immediately just kind of thought about dating because if you guys have put in a lot of time and effort into it, you learn the game very quickly and you're easily able to decipher certain things, and it makes you very decisive. You're able to think quickly of what this means or how this person feels. And I'm going to give you guys an example. So I spoke about 2 videos ago how I was supposed to meet up with this girl on Halloween. We set plans, and then I ended up going inside, didn't see her, and then like 30 minutes before it ended, her friend called me over, and she's making out with this other guy, and then looking at me, right? And I'm like, it's a humbling experience. But then I didn't really let it get to my head. I hit her up when I got home. She got back to me, and I was like, "You want to hang out like outside of like this type of scene?" Right. And then she agreed. And then I said, bet. I was like, just hit me up when you're free. That was Saturday morning. It's Wednesday evening. So that's the thing that sucks about getting ghosted is you never get an answer. But the more mature you get, the more you really don't need one. Like you want to find someone who genuinely is interested in you for you. And I guess that's why I wasn't excited. It's not the right way to phrase it. I was optimistic about this last girl because we met up through a friend, and then we kissed the night we met, and it went very well. And she didn't know that I do social media, or she didn't know this and that, right? And then all of a sudden she found out about it. It's like kind of like if you guys have a nice car. I've got a pretty nice car. I got an Audi. If you guys have a nice car and you meet a girl and then she kind of finds out you have a nice car, but she already likes you. Like I remember this one time I went on a double date and I picked these 2 girls up in the car. I just gotten it like kind of like recently. And then they're like, "This is your car?" I'm like, "Yeah." I don't know. It probably sounds stupid if you don't like cars, but if you guys know, bro. Like if you finally get the car you've always wanted. When I was a kid playing GTA 5, I used to like always drive the Audi R8. I don't have an R8, don't get me wrong, but if I did, that'd be sick. But I used to just tint it black, and I finally got an Audi and tinted it black, and it's just, man, the handling. This seems like an Audi promo. It's not a sponsorship. And that brings me into today's sponsor, and then just Audi, Audi Quattro. Man, Quattro in German means all-wheel drive. If you guys didn't know that, but I don't know how I got into cars. I don't know, bro. Putting the ball into the girls' court is never good. Can't really ask them to set the plans. Like the man's supposed to do that. So like I'm not blaming her for that, but my thing is that I just didn't want to put energy and effort into it just to be kind of like disappointed. And that's very like an insecure mindset. I'm not gonna lie, but if you guys have ever gone through like constant ghosting and again neglection and rejection, then you definitely probably can relate. Is it's just exhausting. It's the basically like the less interested they are, the more work you have to put in. You shouldn't be even entertaining people like that. And that's kind of what I got from her. And yeah, that's why I didn't try to set anything up. But to this point, it's kind of like on to the next one. Probably try to meet another girl. I haven't been on dating apps in a while. I don't even remember the last time I was on a dating app. One of my homegirls that I met in Texas, you might be watching, hit me up. She sent me this reel about Hinge, and I didn't say anything, but bro, I haven't been on a dating app in a minute, man. Just it's the biggest waste of time because all it is 100 plus likes, and then the girls are gonna go through and they get to pick which guy they want, and they're obviously gonna pick the highest guy. Like they're gonna look at their height, their photos, and that's when game comes in. They like you, bet, right? But it's just like if you don't really have the qualities, then you're not gonna have a chance because they're only gonna be shown to the they're only going to show the highest looking guys on the app too. And all the time, man, like the girls that I match with are really attractive. It never goes anywhere. Like we send a couple of messages back and forth, and it's like I try to set up a date and then nothing, right? So are they really on there to date? Are they on there for validation? Maybe they are on there to date, but maybe a better guy came in, right? You never know. You never get answers. The reason why I bring that up is because you guys have to understand who's interested in you and who's not. Like if that girl really cared about me, she would have hit me up by now, right? Like girls make it very easy for you when they want to see you. They don't play games. There's no headaches. And sure, you could stop here and be like, "Oh, yo, if you're really attractive," like, yeah, that's true and all, but you don't have to be an attractive guy to be able to get the girl that you want, man. There's plenty of other things that go into it. I mean, how many times do you guys see on the street a guy who's like okay looking with a very, very beautiful woman, right? Like it happens all the time. But the thing that I want to talk about in this video is sort of my plan for my dating life because again, there's several factors that play into it. Like if you don't have money, like if you're not stable, you shouldn't be dating. I mean, you can still hang out and go on dates, but you got to really, really monitor it, right? You don't want to take a girl out on $100 dinner if you're a college student working part time. Like that makes literally zero sense. If it's your girlfriend, go for it. But like on a first date, you probably never want to do that to begin with because then you're setting a standard of, oh, this is going to be it. I know guys personally that have started off really high, and then once they started to drop off, the girl's like, oh, you don't like me like that. So definitely don't recommend ever doing that. But my plan is to it's now to hit every part of my life to make me more attractive. And doing this to begin with. Don't get me wrong. I've been very lazy, but I have been working on the businesses, and I told myself that once I sort of get comfortable with that, then I'm going to attack my body, right? I eat healthy, but I don't lift weights, and I definitely don't do enough cardio. So today I got on top of it, man. I got into the monetization program on Monday, and I already have 6 monetized YouTube channels. So I basically wanted to do that on the side. So now that that's settled, it's going to be all about, hey, look, just putting on muscle and like lean, being lean and aesthetic. And it's not necessarily to get more girls. I mean, that it will help certainly, but it's more so to just look and feel better. Because if you guys are on NoFap and you're not doing, it's no November. I don't mean that, but just in general, if you're not doing that, then you're going to have high testosterone and you have to channel that into something or it's useless, right? Like if you have all this energy and you're being lazy, then what the hell is the point, right? So that's why I think lifting weights will make me it will make me more attractive, but it will also help me sort of channel that energy into something productive. And the more busy you are, the less you kind of really care about any girl that doesn't want to be with you, right? And you also have to go out there and you have to shoot in volume. This is what I tell guys who, if you're like average looking like me, maybe like slightly below average looking, the more volume you shoot in, the better chances you have, right? Like you might have to approach 20 girls when you go out, and maybe you'll get, I don't know, 8 numbers, and maybe like actually 2 will go on a date with you. But that's how you have to play it, bro. You can't just talk to one girl, get rejected, get neglected. She'll roll your eyes at you. I've been called fucking ugly when I've approached girls. I've walked up to girls, they didn't even let me speak to them. Like it's gonna happen. You have to live with that, but you can't let it discourage you. And that's why self-esteem is more valuable than confidence, right? You can be the most confident guy in the world, right? Like Victoria Justice, if I walk up to her confidently, like I could talk to Victoria Justice, right? I'm articulate. You guys can tell I talk in front of a camera every day, all day long. This is what I do. It sounds kind of depressing when you put it that way, but I sit in this seat and I talk in front of this mic and I get paid to do it for a living. And that's not a flex because I'm not rich, but it's what I love to do. And I'm okay with how much money I make, right? But now that I'm comfortable enough to at least make a living, right? And to get a place. I don't have my own place. If you guys didn't know, this isn't my house, it's my family's. But my goal was always to have enough money to pay bills, to pay rent, and to save. And it's not asking for much. That's basically how America is it almost feels like middle class isn't even good enough anymore. Everything's so damn expensive. I live at home and I kind of beat myself up over it. But then I started to realize, well, do I want to put 1,800? Actually, do I want to put, probably like 2 grand a month? It depends where you live, but I live in the East Coast and it's expensive here, right? So you pay for quality of living. So if the more you pay, basically the higher quality you're gonna live, if that makes sense. So an apartment is probably 2 grand. How I looked at it is, do I want to pay that every single month, or do I want to put that into my savings? And eventually, I do want to get a place because for dating, it's very difficult to do that. If it's very difficult to date if you don't have a place. Sorry, I was 2 steps ahead. But the reason that I'm not really concerned with that right now is because I'm not dating anyway, right? Like I haven't been on a date since March. This girl kissed another guy when we were supposed to be hanging out and then never hit me up to hang out. So I thought for sure she was going to. It's Wednesday. I mean, maybe she'll hit me up on Friday. To be real, like I guess I kind of said enough about girls. I just wanted to make a video because between you and I really don't have anything to talk about on my other channels because the games are tonight. So like I'm not going to make a video right before a game starts because they're going to be watching the game. So I figured I would hit Swag Yell. This is the one channel I run where I don't care about the money. It's more so about my story and my experiences and to help people. I mean, maybe one day when I get more adept at life, I can coach people. But right now I'm not in a position to do. There's not like the only thing I can coach would be social media, but I want to actually, have like a thriving empire type of social media before I charge people because I don't want to waste people's money. But to be real, like I guess I kind of said enough about girls. I just wanted to make a video because between you and I really don't have anything to talk about on my other channels because the games are tonight. So like I'm not gonna make a video right before a game starts because they're gonna be watching the game. So I figured I would hit Swag Yell. This is the one channel I run where I don't care about the money. It's more so about my story and my experiences and to help people. I mean, maybe one day when I get more adept at life, I can coach people. But right now, I'm not in a position to do. There's not like the only thing I can coach would be social media, but I want to actually, have like a thriving empire type of social media before I charge people because I don't want to waste people's money. Yeah, I mean, one day I definitely want to help people. That's always been a goal of mine. I know I help people in the sense of like I entertain them or give them something to do if they're bored, but I do want to actually like change young men's lives, and hopefully one day I'll be in a position to do that. But for now, it's kind of just my stories and venting and frustrations, and yeah, getting ghosted sucks, but it's 2025, man. If you're not getting ghosted, then what are you doing? I'm kidding, obviously, but